usually right before the podcast, I look up Marvel rumors on Twitter just to see what everyone's talking about, and that's all that there is. So,
you talk about World War Hulk?
World War Hulk, yeah, an adaptation of that.
For those who don't know what World War Hulk is, at least in the comic books, I believe it was a series about 9 or 10 comic books, that it was a coup kind of set up by the Illuminati, and a couple other members like Tony Stark was a major member of it, that banished Hulk from Earth and was sending him to, what's the name of his, Sakaar, the planet. On the flight to there, Hulk's pregnant wife dies on the flight to Sakaar, which caused him to go into rage. And then he spends his entire time on Sakaar absorbing radiation. So he's getting to a stronger version of Hulk until
what is Hulk's kid's name? Does he have his kid? Because that's
the kid dies. The pregnant wife dies.
Scar is his kid. I don't know.
I believe in World War Hulk, this kid is dead.
Okay.
But after he becomes powerful enough, he sets up revenge plan and comes back to Earth. He defeats Tony Stark and captures a few of the heroes, and eventually plans to put them in a gladiator arena where they're supposed to fight to the death. Mr. Fantastic, Tony Stark. So there's a connection to the Fantastic Four. But the first person that he kills is Black Bolt. The first person that World War Hulk kills on his revenge tour is Black Bolt.
I wonder how Black Bolt's because Black Bolt is crazy strong, crazy strong.
And so the fact that he can kill Black Bolt is a big deal.
Black Bolt disintegrated his parents in regards to the Marvel's Inhumans, which is not canon and absolutely horrible. But his parents wanted him, his parents basically were in front of him and they're like, "What? You can't go out in public because you could kill people." And he goes, "Why?" He goes, "Why?" and just disintegrates them against the wall.
Right, because Black Bolt has to be a mute because talking or opening his mouth releases sound that is destructive.
Very destructive.
Yeah.
So
it's like Banshee from the X-Men, but times a million.
Yeah, on steroids. Yeah.
And Hulk is able to defeat him, as he is at the moment of defeat. Black Bolt is considered the leader of the Inhumans.
Yep, and I believe Black Bolt has been part of the Illuminati before. So I know they've
that's who his revenge tour is supposed to kill, all the members of the Illuminati.
So you got Doctor Strange, Reed Richards, Tony Stark,
and
Black Panther, Namor.
The version of Doctor Strange, for those of you that have been watching What If, the version of Doctor Strange that World War Hulk defeats is demon-infested Doctor Strange.
Okay, so Supreme Strange.
Hulk doesn't kill him, but defeats him to the point where the demon exiles himself out of Doctor Strange's body in order to escape. And then in the gladiator arena, the monster that they originally have to fight before they get down to the final four is a tentacle monster.
Shumagorath.
Could be Shumagorath. So there's a lot of connections currently and that have been kind of hinted at. That all connect to World War Hulk.
That you said it possibly could have been like a mutant storyline with a post-credit scene in Eternals, or the hidden one. Professor X is also a member of the Illuminati, so it could go that way too.
Before he goes to the gladiator arena, the second place he goes is the Xavier School, and
youngsters.
He defeats apparently hordes of teams of X-Men, and because Hulk, remember, he's absorbing radiation, so he's just infinitely strong. Basically, this probably would kill Scarlet Witch at this point. And instead of killing Xavier, because the World War Hulk happens after the House of M happens, he had heard how much Xavier had lost during the House of M after Magneto was killed, Quicksilver was killed, Hawkeye, which wasn't a mutant, but he was killed in the fight. Scarlet Witch was murdered, or he lost a lot of people, but specifically Magneto.
Scarlet Witch wiped out a lot of them, yeah.
And because he had heard how many people Xavier had lost, he spares Xavier, but he does defeat a whole bunch of other X-Men. And then he also fights the Fantastic Four, so he could bring in the World War Hulk. Hulk is connected to a lot, which it's just an adaptation of it. So they might only do one or two things. The resolution of World War Hulk happens because the Gladiator event doesn't go as Hulk planned, because he said he wasn't planning it to do it where anybody died. And the person that shows up to defeat Hulk is Sentry.
Yep, Sentry's crazy strong too.
Yeah, so. Sentry shows up. They have a battle until they're both so exhausted they turn back into their human form. But then that Hulk is he like wears down. He gets like experimented on somehow, and they end up burying that Hulk 3 miles beneath the Earth's surface, and they're channeling his radiation, and that's the creation of Red Hulk. So this adaptation could bring in Red Hulk, and then the overall resolution of World War Hulk is Planet Hulk and Red Hulk being the final solutions. Right. That's where it could go. A lot
of different things, yeah.
But probably not where it will go. But those
still
are all
hoping
places
for the William Hurt Red Hulk. I still think that we're going to get that at some point, but
I'm fine. I would be fine if they brought in Red Hulk. I would be fine if they did made it the attaching to Planet Hulk, because I already tweeted I want it to be Planet Hulk. I tweeted as soon as
you're going to get you're going to get Scar then too, which is you can do a whole nother thing with Scar.
With Miss Marvel's not coming out. The attachment to Inhumans with Black Bolt is right there. I'm cool with that. And I'm obviously very cool with the X-Men or Fantastic Four being the introduction there.
Yeah.
I think they've already shown they're not too interested in House of M, but it could be a House of M collaboration with World War Hulk as well.
That could be a reverse House of M too.
Right. So any of those possibilities, honestly, I think are great. As long as they don't stray too far off of any of those or all of those, I think I'm going to be very happy with it. Yep. And this is Mark Ruffalo's solo, and he's been wanting to do this for 5 years. So I'm excited, very excited for it. Wanted to talk about that because it's huge news. It's all anybody's talking about today. Wanted to give a little breakdown of what people could potentially be looking forward to.